event because it blew up. I mean, it was something that, this is very close to my heart because, with Quantum 5, the company that I represent today, we really, really focus heavy on how important people are in the conversation, on both sides of the equation. We believe that people are a dealership's biggest asset when it comes to how they gain business and how they help their communities. But also we look at it on the other side, and we know that customers deserve a better experience. Customers deserve to have a great experience when they're buying something that is going to be, let's be honest, one of the biggest purchases that they make or maintain in their household. So this post was prompted because I had a family member of mine who will not go into a dealership or go into a conversation saying that she knows somebody in the industry. She's doing her own research. She's doing her own due diligence in her shopping process. But it started out with, she had an older Acura, and this Acura was just at the point of its life where it was now at a value point going to be more expensive to maintain than the actual dollar amount the car was worth. And it still could have got a lot more years left, but if she's gonna spend $2,000, $3,000 to fix something, something else down the line is gonna fix or break probably, in the next 2-3 years. So she was at this point where she was car shopping and loved the Acuras and wanted to continue it, was servicing the vehicle at an Acura dealership, had a relationship with this dealership, was already a loyal customer, had been, going there talking to the service advisor about this whole thing. Well, how it prompted, as soon as she was looking to purchase, a newer pre-owned vehicle, all of a sudden everything shifted. So she originally got figures in the service drive, had worked with probably what I would assume to be somebody that was doing, service equity mining or service to sales, that kind of conversation. They had given her a quote on a vehicle. They had the stock number. They had everything. They had discussed pricing while she was in for her service visit. And she was just coming back the following day to secure that purchase. Well, at that point, they hit her with a market adjustment. And it wasn't an addendum really in that sense. It was an additional $5,000 for the sake of just slapping $5,000. She wasn't getting paint protection. She wasn't getting a warranty. There wasn't anything else. It was just, oh, sorry, it's a market adjustment for this particular car. And, that left a really bad taste in her mouth. So she exists in a lot of other countries. That whole sales experience that we're describing today does not happen when you go overseas. And so in the United States, we have to ask ourselves this question. We have franchise laws. There's, of course, Elon Musk, who's lobbying against some of them in states to gain market share and things that he's doing with family and benefiting from that model. But we have to look at it and go, we want this to live, and we want this to be part of the reality of our country and the reality of our communities. Then we have to address the problems that our customers are experiencing, because our customers are telling us with their feedback and eventually with their dollars, they're not going to play these games anymore. They don't want to have these kinds of conversations where they're at a dealership for 5-6 hours being drawn through some crazy process.
Yeah, they're just going to keep doing it the way we've always done it, and it works, so why change? And I think there's a real core problem here that just stems from not seeing the big picture. And we talk about this a lot, that we gauge ourselves based on 30 days or 31 days if it's a longer month. And that really is the stem of all of the issues. And until we start really focusing on looking at big picture all the time, 100% of the time, these things won't change until we're forced to. We're dealers, right? We wait until we're drowning and there's no breath left. And then we go, oh, well, maybe I could go ahead and do something different. So
100% agree.
You can have the greatest tools in the world. If you don't use them, what's the point? You know what? Just to support what you were saying, Don, and if I could say this, I'm pretty sure everybody on this panel has had this experience being a consultant. So we've just spent the last hour like just dropping nuggets on what they can do and et cetera, et cetera. We're having a real conversation. One of the things that I feel that like I've been doing this, I do this with passion and I do this from my heart. I mean, there's no Lamborghini outside right now, right? So I still got my Corolla. So I mean, I'm doing this because I love what I do, but I'm also bringing 21 years of experience. So it's not necessarily that I failed my way to success. It's more that I know 10,000 ways of not doing something because I did it wrong 10,000 different ways, right? So one of the things